Black smoke filled the air as they made their way through the rubble. Citizens everywhere, impoverished and lavish, and everyone between. Status disappeared into the billows of the smoke, evaporating with the bits of clear air left straining their lungs. Willow gasped for air as she searched for her brother. Her purple dressings were torn at the feet, her skirts dragging on the ground as she fled, block by block. She knew the spell would wear off soon, that this was all temporary. Another burst of fire blew past her, barely missing the tips of her fingers as she clenched the marble walls to hide from the heat pouring from the beast's mouth. It was angry, screaming at her from atop of what once was a church, now crumbled under its enormous claws. White dust and thick chunks of stone fell around her as Milano seemed to fall at her feet. "Willow!" The most familiar voice rang through the noise, cutting through the smoke as his eyes changed color. She stumbled through the bodies at her feet. The dirtied faces looked up at her with their wide eyes opened, pupils black as night. All she wanted was to reach her brother. They were so close to safety. She wondered briefly if that had changed since this morning, when the sun lit the sky and the entire city was safe. "Jaden!" Willow shouted for him when she saw the flicker of his black cloak only a few feet away, the golden staff in hand. Jaden grabbed his sister by the arm and they ran again, this time together. A cluster of crows flew around their heads, seeming to guide them as they fled. The air got clearer, easier for the two of them to gain strength. As they reached the edge of the city, following a herd of human bodies, some bloodied covered in soot, some pristine and regal, the reality set in. They were no longer in their world at all. Dragons flew in the sky around them. Statues carved into stone came to life. The crows were screeching, their eyes guiding their escape. Without explanation, without fear or chaos in their minds, Willow and Jaden thread their fingers together, gaining strength, and continued to run toward the castle in the distance.